Hello and welcome. Lynn West here from West Rider Communications. Today's topic is ATS, or Applicant Tracking Systems. A lot of my clients come to me asking what ATS is all about. They're very confused. And the reason that they're confused is because it's confusing. So let's break it down by discussing what it is and how it works. In the end, I'll give you some tips and ways to beat the ATS algorithms. So what is it? Well, basically, it's a software tool that are used by most companies, including smaller and mid-sized companies, to collect and sort resumes. The goal is to weed out unqualified applicants and also to reduce the applicant pool so that what's left over is a handful of most qualified candidates. At that point, it goes off to the hiring manager. Sounds simple, right? Well, this is where it gets confusing. There are literally hundreds of applicant tracking systems out there, and each one behaves a little bit differently. Some of them are more sophisticated and are able to read highly stylized resumes, but you don't necessarily know what they are. The way that they do it is that they're actually able to ignore more fancy formatting styles like columns and graphics and so on. But even those ones have challenges literally reading between the lines. So learning to work within the confines, though, of ATS is critical. It really can mean the difference between a human eye seeing it or not. So how do they work? Well, when you submit your resume, it goes into a database and it gets stored, and then ATS starts doing its work. Basically what it does is it shucks out all the bits and pieces that it can't digest, and then it goes on to just reading the meaty text that's left behind. That's its real job. It's looking for specific items that match the job description. Now you can imagine if you have a highly stylized resume, what might be left is just a distorted jumble of words. They could be arranged so that they're all over the place, or sometimes words get butted up against another so that become unwords. Sometimes the words are completely left off. And even if your every qualification matches what's the job description, ATS will spit those out and it never be seen by a human eye. So tips for beating ATS. Well, number one, keep it simple. Avoid formatting styles that include tables and columns and footers, and use care with fonts as well, sticking with traditional ones like Georgia or Calibri. And the same with bullets. The more simple, the better. Use a chronological or hybrid formula, because ATS are programmed to search for certain formats, things like dates and job titles and headings. And when it comes to headings, be sure to keep them simple too. Use words like skills and experience. Make sure that you keyword optimize. Now, to do this, you want to predict which words ATS are going to be seeking by comparing it to the job description, which means, again, and I know this always garners big sighs from everybody, but make sure that you tailor your resume to the job description. You can always test it as well by converting your Word document into plain text format. And at the end, if it's readable still, then you're probably good to go. So to summarize, ATS basically narrows the candidate pool. It eliminates information so that it can read what it needs to, so that it can do its job by searching for keywords. And last, optimizing means keeping it simple. Now, I hope you found my video valuable today. For more tips like these, please visit my blog at westrider.today. And don't forget to give me a like or a comment. Thank you very much for watching. Happy job hunting, everyone.